Hello guys, welcome once again to Greg's to Reviews. Today I'll be looking at the Gigabyte G1 Gaming 1080 from Nvidia. I did an early preview of the card, ran a couple of games and tested it, but I've had the card quite a while now and put it through its paces, and unlike some other reviewers I use the cards for 24/7 gaming and other applications, so I have a fair assessment of what I'm talking about. I've really put the card through its paces, mainly playing the Division, I've got to be honest. Done some quite a bit of VR gaming as well, and first thing about the card is its performance is fantastic, especially at 1440p. We'll get down to some game statistics in a minute, but the quality of the card is out of this world. So, as some of you may recall from my early preview, I had the card in hand, show you exactly what was what. And the fans are really good quality. The actual casing is all metal, so it's all like solid. There's nothing plasticky about the card at all. Temperatures are very good. They sit at 65 degrees, and that's in a really hot room. It's like 24 degrees when I was testing it last, and it was hitting 65 degrees centigrade. So the 3-fan cooling system that Gigabyte uses is absolutely fantastic. Does a great job. It's replacing my old Titan X. This is the card I've been using. Mainly I wanted to do this review for my channel, so I could show you guys what's what. I was very impressed with the Titan X, and if I'm honest, I wasn't overly expecting anything massive from the Gigabyte card in terms of performance wise. I was thinking, well, I game at 1440p, I play in VR, you know, some games like the Division are struggling just slightly with everything maxed out, but nothing to really worry about. Games like Rise of the Tomb Raider is another one. It just sort of sat there, not quite on the brink of happy frames, but not far off, if you know what I mean. But the Gigabyte G1 Gaming has brought them frames up that extra notch. It's an extra 20% in gaming terms across the board, that is, and it's the EVGA Superclock Titan X I'm using, so 20% over that already boosting clock is fantastic. So yeah, that's really brought my frames up. But let's get down and show you some gameplay, and we'll have a little talk more there.
Okay then, straight into Tom Clancy's The Division. I've got every setting fully maxed out here. Power slider and temp target are set to full, which is 106% and 95 degrees, and I'll let the card do what it's supposed to do and not throttle down, and we can see what's what. As you can see, the core is sitting at 1936 megahertz, and the memory's at 5006. That's just the basic boosting clock. There's no overclocking going on whatsoever. It's all down to the actual GPU, what's going on here. I've not pushed any other sliders, so that's pretty impressive off the bat. 1936 megahertz, sometimes goes up to 1950 as well, which is just shy of 2 gigahertz, which is totally impressive. And for the tech heads, I'll talk a little bit about the card. It's referred to as GP104, which covers the 1080 and 1070. It's the Pascal architecture, which is on 16 nanometers. The first cards to come with 16 nanometers. It's got 7.2 billion transistors, 2,560 CUDA cores, 20 SMXs, 64 ROPs. The actual stator clocks from Nvidia are 1607 megahertz and a boost clock of 1733. Well, with the Gigabyte G1 we've blown that totally out the water with an extra 200 megahertz on that. It's 8 gigabytes of GDDR5X 256-bit memory, so plenty of memory there for 4K gaming, etc. You'll have no problems there. So nice bit of future proof in there. Its memory bandwidth is 320 gigabytes per second. The FP performance is 9 teraflops, which is really impressive. The thermal threshold is 94 degrees centigrade, so you won't see any down throttling until it hits 94 degrees centigrade. That's not too bad, but you don't really want to see your card at 94 degrees centigrade. Let's be fair, anyone whose card's hitting that high is going to be a little bit worried. The TDP is 180 watts, and it comes with 3 DP connectors, 1 HDMI and 1 dual link DVI. Everything's catered for the future as well. It covers all the forthcoming monitors like HDR, so you've got no problems there again with the future proofing. Obviously other cards come down the line, but if you're going to get a HDR monitor in the next year or so, you've got a card capable of dealing with that. Okay, that's the tech talk out the way. We'll talk more about the actual gaming performance, which interests most of us. As you can see, there's no bother here whatsoever. We'll do a little bit of overclocking now. We'll run the benchmark that's built into this game, and we'll see what's what there. I've spent a fair bit of time fiddling with the overclocks and seeing what I can get max stable, and my maximum stable clocks are 2050 megahertz, and for memory it's an extra 250 on top of the memory, which is a lovely little boost. Stable is 24/7. I've not had a single crash at these clocks, so that's quite nice. I've just seen the EVGA FTW cards on BitTech. They struggle to hit 2 gigahertz stable, so that's kind of worrying really, and a real plus for the Gigabyte card here, which is as I say, is sitting at 2050 megahertz, no problems, 24/7. I've chucked 100 megahertz on there. I've chucked 130 and I crashed, so I've gone back to 100 megahertz, which is nice. It gives a nice boost of frames as well, which is a real plus. Some of them games which will be coming in the future might just be requiring a little bit more grunt, and you've got it there in the overclocking. So as you can see here, there's no problems whatsoever. Temperatures are good, all the power sliders are fully up, and it's breezing through it. Right, another quick game, which is the new Hitman game from Square Enix. Again, a very pretty game, looks fantastic. Frames again, no problems whatsoever. I could run this in DX11 or DX12. DX12 is more frames, but I can't see the overlay, and for the sake of a review, that's not very good, because I like to show you what's actually happening on screen. So DX11 bench this time, just to show you the overlay, and as you can see, it's sitting at 1949 megahertz here. Again, that's just with the power target and temp target set to full. No problems whatsoever. Let's just breezing through it. Okay, we'll cut this review here on the games, and we'll go back up for some FaceTime.
So, in summary, would I recommend the Gigabyte G1 Gaming? Absolutely. It gives a big old fat hand thumbs up from me. And it's very expensive, sure. It's not the cheapest card. It feels a little bit pricey from Nvidia. Not the usual £450 I was expecting, if I'm honest. The 980 wasn't that cheap either. It was sort of sitting at 500 on launch. The Titan X Titan, let's not talk about them. They're a little bit pricier than the normal fray of cards, but yeah, I was hoping the 1080 would come in around the 450 mark, £450 mark, but it's quite a bit over that. You've got to take into account we've got a fair bit of price gouging going on as well, because there seems to be limited stock, and it's a sought after card, so people are clamouring for it. But the plus points for me really are the acoustics. I'm really impressed with the noise compared to the Titan X, especially. It's day and night. It's so much quieter. I can happily sit there with the fans at 65% and not even think about it. Whereas if I had that on the Titan X, it was really loud. I wanted to put my headphones on it, and I'm not a fan of headphone gaming, if I'm honest. I like to put my headphones around my neck, have the audio coming out my soundbar behind me, and just relax that way. And I can be a bit polite to the wife and talk to her as well. But yeah, acoustics are very good. Temperature's very good, of course. It's a small chip, so I expect that to be the case. Performance is out of this world. I'm sitting at like 1950 megahertz, like I said earlier. It's just rolling along, no problems whatsoever. It's breezing through games. I've heard the term, there's no such thing as overkill, and I've used it myself. So if you're a 1080p gamer and you're going to buy a 1080, this is overkill. It's not a bad thing to have overkill, trust me on that, but it just eats anything at 1080p. And 1440p, I've had no problems whatsoever with any of the games. I can fire up all the settings to full, and it really does perform well. So a real good kudos to Gigabyte on this card. They've done a fantastic job, and it gets a Grigster recommends.